Hello everyone and welcome to the Weekly Tech Minute. Let's get started. Until just recently, civilian aircrafts with total auto-land capabilities were practically unimaginable. But in May, Garmin Limited made this technology accessible and began outfitting Piper Aircraft's M600 turboprops with this big red button. For decades, air safety experts have anticipated the day when a confused or incapacitated pilot would be able to rely on a single command to land the plane. Garmin's technology, which adds an additional $150,000 to the M600's $3.2 million price tag, automatically brings the aircraft down to the nearest suitable airport by communicating with air traffic controllers, lining up with the correct runway, and extending the landing gear. And while Piper Aircraft has sold 35 planes with these safeguards, none of them have been activated in flight yet. To learn more about the plane that can land itself, check out the Wall Street Journal article we've linked to below. Next, while venture funding for industries like travel and hospitality has decreased significantly, life sciences funding, in particular, remains on a tear. In fact, Crunchbase reported this week that industries such as biotech and digital health earned 44 so-called supergiant funding rounds of $100 million or more in just H1 of 2020 alone. To put this number in perspective, companies in this space secured 56 supergiant funding rounds during all of 2019. Not to mention that just 3 years ago, the annual total was only 29. Enhanced public interest in the inner workings of biotech during the search for COVID-19 therapies and vaccines is certainly a contributing factor in this spike, but it also doesn't hurt that biotech stocks have performed well in recent quarters too. The bottom line is that biotech rounds, which cover a diverse assortment of sectors including cell engineering, cancer diagnostics, and gene therapy, are getting bigger, and there's little reason to believe that this situation will shift in the near term. You can get the full picture on how 2020 venture funding, including investment totals, compares to recent years by reading Crunchbase's report below. Finally, could you have COVID-19? Soon, your smartwatch or smart ring might tell you. In the compelling article by Joanna Stern, she highlights how tech companies and medical researchers are hard at work figuring out if wearable devices can spot COVID-19, the flu, and other illnesses, even seeing if they can function as a personal early detection system to contain the virus. From temperature and heart rate tracking to blood oxygen tracking, wearable sensor data for both healthy people and those afflicted by COVID are helping to shape artificial intelligence that could alert others whose own data patterns point to trouble. You can read more about this in the links below. That's all for this week's edition of the Weekly Tech Minute. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your direct messages. We see them all, we appreciate them all, and we hope you are staying safe and healthy during this time. See you next week.